Welcome back to Digi Brew.
Yarth!
So in the last episode, I left off saying that I was going to talk about the first time we went to Bronycon and how it sort of changed me as a person.
It changed him.
So this was in 2013. At the start of the year, like, my pony career started taking off, right? And the thing about it is that I was this My Little Pony analyst, which was not a thing before that.
Yeah.
But the pony community was really big. There was like a ton of people, and most of them fell into certain categories. They were either musicians, or they were like fanfic writers, or they were this and that, or you know, producers of videos and stuff like that. Mostly musicians were like the big famous ones, you know. And I had consumed everything in Brony media. I'd seen it all, so I knew who everybody was, you know. So I go to BronyCon in 2013, and the thing is, my channel had been blowing up, but these people didn't know who I was, the other famous people, like the other Brony famous people. Like, they all knew each other because they'd all been doing it for a few years. They were all doing, oh Jesus, the burps, somewhat similar stuff. You know, they were like, all the musicians knew each other, all the podcasters knew each other, but no one knew who I was. Because I had just come out of nowhere and created this entirely new thing that nobody knew about. And you know, I had me and Brony Curious, who later became Tommy Oliver, like, we had become friends because he started doing the videos not long after I did that were kind of similar to mine. And we had become friends and we were both pretty popular. So we had this panel at that BronyCon that fucking filled up. Like, people were really excited about us, you know? And like, so we come to this place like big shots, but none of the other big shots know who I am. More of them knew who Tom was because Tom was friends with a couple of guys. And so he was hanging out with all those groups. And so because of that, I was following him around and just being like, yeah, I'm with Tom, you know? And then Tom's with these people and they're with him. So like, I go around to this convention and I'm just meeting all these like, these really popular Brony artists who I was a fan of, who had no idea who I was, but, and who like, you know, from the perspective of people who don't do art, everyone who's somewhat famous is like a god, right? Like, you don't think you can talk to those people. You see them as these, like, think about you of 5 years ago getting to meet anyone you'd seen on YouTube before. Yeah. Like, would it not have been like you would have been like, oh my god, that's that guy, you know, or like, who's a famous person you would just be like starstruck by.
I've never felt like I'd be starstruck.
You don't think so?
Dude, nah.
I think most people expect that they will be,
no.
And they will be if they expect that. Like, because people have come up to me starstruck many a time at these cons. You know, it happened a lot at that convention.
It's like when I saw Mastodon with Mom, and then like afterwards he was like, "Oh, you gotta meet the band, and we gotta wait for them to come out and go into their thing." And I was just like, I really don't want to do this. They're just tired. They want to go home. And I meet him. I'm like, "Yep, that's them. They look tired, and I'm bothering them."
Yeah, like.
Oh shit!
But I think at that age that was only like 2 years ago, so you would have been an artist yourself and understood
17
things
or 18.
about people. It was not that long.
Yeah, it was. Really? Holy shit! Where do I get Flash?
You had to go back through Diglett Cave and talk to the guy.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not going through this shit in the dark. Hell no.
Yeah, well, go back to Diglett Cave.
Well, I already beat all the trainers, so it'll be fast.
Yeah. So yeah, like, I go to this BronyCon and everyone knows like who I am except for the famous people, and I'm just trying to hang out with the famous people because I know who all of them are. So like, even if they're just like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm like, oh my god, it's this dude, you know, like. So I think that was like a huge leap for me in like learning how to talk to people because people were just coming up to me constantly.
Yeah.
Like, everyone who knew who I was would just come up, oh my god, you're Digi Brony, and they want to talk. I'd be like, yeah, I'm Digi Brony, and we'd. You know, like the idea of strangers coming up to me and saying things to me was something I never experienced before. So it was like, all in one weekend, I got like more conversations than I'd had in years, you know? Yeah. And I met all these people and had to try to like portray myself as someone cool who they would want to stick around at their dinner table and, you know, not go, who the fuck is this guy? Get out of here.
Get the fuck out.
And that sort of persisted with the next two BronyCons because we had our friends and we all hung out and we all like, you know, we're more social and stuff. So I think that was the biggest moment of me like learning how to deal with other humans, you know. Yeah. And since then I've grown more and more not giving a fuck about I don't have the anxiety anymore.
Yeah.
It was up until like I want to say early last year that I still like when I went out in public dressed funny, it still like made me really anxious. And now I can go out dressed funny and just be like, I will realize it at some point. I'll
It's
be
funny
like,
because you go out in public dressed funny and then you still dress funny even though it gives you anxiety.
Because I don't plan for it. Like I don't think about the fact that I'm going out. It's always when I get there.
Yeah.
It'll be like I get to Barnes and Noble and then I realize, oh God, I'm wearing the Apple Family T-shirt. I look like a fucking brony. And people are gonna think I'm a faggot.
You never want to go into like Asian places because you think you look like a weeb.
Yeah, I've always had
That's
a
just
weird.
annoying.
That's not true anymore. But like, I used to have this weird aversion to. I didn't want to go into any Asian places because I felt like I was appropriating Asian culture essentially. Because
Like,
I'd always be wearing like
they
anime
moved
shirts.
here and made a restaurant, and we're keeping them alive by eating at their fucking place. They don't care that you're appropriating their culture.
I don't think it was the people who worked there I was worried about so much as other people. I don't know, dude. It's just a weird anxiety thing. Anxiety doesn't make sense. You know that.
Cultural appropriation. It's so funny.
I don't care about cultural appropriation either. It's an anxiety thing. It makes no sense. You know this.
But you just got me thinking about cultural appropriation now.
But like, it's just
I was thinking about
weird
I just
shit.
Want to throw in an anecdote.
Where the fuck are you? This is not through Diglett Cave.
I'm going down to Diglett Cave. Jeez.
What were you gonna say, you fucking idiot?
So because there's something I saw where it was like, you know, like cowboys wearing Indian headdresses and it's like cultural appropriation. I'm like, you know, I bet that guy bought that at like an Indian, like from an Indian guy who was selling his culture to be appropriated.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyways, so like up until recently, yeah, I was just paranoid, and like I still have those moments. Especially when it comes to like pony stuff, because I don't really identify with it anymore, I feel weird about wearing pony shirts in public. Like, I don't really want people to be thinking that guy's a brony when I don't feel like one anymore.
Yeah.
Especially, like, it's not even so much other people's perception of me, it's I don't want to be approached about it.
Yes, exactly.
I don't want anyone to come up to me and start asking me questions.
I think I've talked about that
before,
pony. Where I stopped wearing my pony shirt the day someone like started asking me about it, and I was like, dude, I don't fucking care. Like, and then it's like not even worth the conversation. Like, I don't want to talk about it that bad that I just stopped wearing it because I don't care that much.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a casual thing, you know? Wasn't that into it. I don't need to fucking defend myself on some shit that I don't care about.
Right. So, like, yeah, but, like, in general now, I will go out in anything, and I just don't care. I just don't care.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. I'm past it. Like, cause I realized at some point that I was never changing. Like, I used to always kind of have it in my head that one day I wouldn't dress this way anymore.
No,
and
you have to actually not dress that way.
Well, I tried it like a little bit, like,
Yeah.
because when I was dating my ex-girlfriend, she
You
was
bought
trying to.
a pair of pants.
I bought like 4 pairs of pants,
Yeah.
but she was like, "Do not wear pajamas when we go out together.
Yes.
Like, wear normal pants." So I was like, "All right, fine." So I got, and I already had like 3 pairs of khakis from Target.
Yeah.
And then I threw in like a couple extra pairs of pants. I can never find pants that fit me because I have like, I have a really weird ratio, I guess. Like, I'm like,
Dude, I feel like that's just everyone because it's impossible for me too.
I'm kind of fat, but but I'm like really short.
Yeah.
So like, there's never pants that aren't too long for me, and they're always just like they fit weird and they feel like shit. I hate pants. I just hate pants. And it was like I kind of had this realization that like I'm never gonna find pants I like. I'm just always gonna wear pajamas, and I'm never gonna give enough of a fuck to change that. So why even bother? You know, who am I trying to impress? No one. I don't give a fuck about anybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just kind of gave up. And
Whenever you
decided
feel
that,
good in yourself, man.
that I am a monster.
That's how you do it. You
That's
gotta
how
dress
it
for yourself. Your appearance is for you primarily because you have to deal with it the most.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to, like, let's say, attract a mate, to
Yes.
use some very clinical evolutionary psychology terminology, then yes, you should.
Well, you shouldn't
Dress
attract.
up.
You shouldn't attract a mate with a lie when you're just gonna switch back to what you normally.
I'm not
wear.
talking about
But-
fucking finding a wife. I'm talking about getting laid. Nobody's gonna fuck a guy in pajama pants. If you want a one-night stand, you wear jeans.
Nah, it's so 80s.
No.
What is this, Seinfeld?
I don't. If you're making a joke, it's over my head. I don't get it. Cut the fucking branch below you.
Okay.
That's not even the song.
Anyway, what are you talking? You're talking about wearing pants?
I don't like it.
Wearing pants is fucking bullshit. That's right.
That guy. That guy.
He does look shifty.
Yes.
All right.
There you go, he's got flag. Uh-oh, you have caught only 8 kinds of Pokemon. You need 10
Fuck
kinds
you,
of
dude.
Pokemon for HMO5.
Don't you fucking pull this shit on me, motherfucker. I don't need this shit.
You gotta catch 2 more Pokemon.
This is my fucking life.
You gotta catch 22 more Pokemon.
Whoa! Chim Chains!
Yeah.
You have anything
So
to talk about?
we made a video today.
We did.
It was awesome.
Project Awesome.
Victor came into my room last night and was like, I want to make Project Awesomeness. It has been 2 years. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Then he described the plot, and I laughed through his whole description. And then we filmed it today, and I laughed through the entire filming of it. And then we watched it back, and I laughed through the whole watching back.
Awesome.
So it's
Did I get a man?
it's
Fuck
awesome.
yeah. Level
You should
4.
all go watch Project Awesomeness, another one, on the channel Modal Hassoul Productions.
Yeah.
That's MODAL space HSOUL space Productions. It's fucking hilarious. And it was the first time, either in a long time or ever, that I was legitimately upset by how few views we get on Modal Soul Production. Because no one follows that channel, and like I advertised it on Twitter, which is usually good for about 200 views, which is about what it got. And what are we naming this Banky? Banksy. Pits.
Got armpits. No, that's not funny enough.
No. Doofquack.
Doofquark is decent.
Douche. Douche with 4 O's.
No, he's gonna be Yusuke Doo.
Yusuke Doo.
That's my name for Yusuke Urameshi.
Is
He's
there-
Yusuke Doo.
That's stupid.
No.
So anyways, yeah, I got
Because
upset.
Yusuke Doo and you can too.
Because, you know, 2 days ago I put out the finale of The Astro's Course Sucks. It's got about
Reddit.
50,000 views. Pretty comfortable. Yesterday I put out a video about Konosuba. It got 50,000 views. Really comfortable.
Kosher as
Way
fuck.
exceeding expectations because it was really popular on Reddit. Then today I put out a funny video that got about 22,000 views at the time of this recording. And it was pretty funny. But then we did the Project Awesomeness video, and I thought that was funnier. And that only got 200 views. And I was like, man,
Damn.
I feel like this is funnier than the video I just put out with the 22,000 views. And no one's watching it.
Because we were never as consistent and cute as Smosh.
Yeah.
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 We were just ugly. We didn't know. That was the difference between us and Smosh. We were ugly.
And inconsistent.
And inconsistent.
Autistic. And
And
unfunny.
autistic.
For anyone who doesn't get what Victor means, we saw Smosh in 2007 on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, when we started making videos, and YouTube was just starting to be a thing where
I
people
remember
were
seeing
getting big.
Smosh and seeing their shitty Mortal Kombat video and being like, those guys are fucking lame.
I remember it like, cause I think that was probably when the idea of the YouTuber was first becoming a thing. Like, up until that point, YouTube was just a place where you found shit. It was not a place where there were people who like regularly made content that you subscribed for, you know. And I think like Smosh and like John LaJoey and stuff like that were some of the earliest like YouTubers who I saw. And
His name is Spur!
I'm
not gonna keep the Spiro.
Smosh like had these videos where it was them lip syncing to the Pokemon theme and the Ninja Turtles theme and the Mortal Kombat theme.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing them and being like, we should be doing this.
Yeah.
Like, they were doing... I didn't think they were, like, terrible or anything, but it was like... It was exactly what we were doing. Lip syncing to dumb music and doing it out in the wild. Here was the big thing that I didn't know how to do, which is why we never did it. I didn't know how to sync to music in an editor. I just didn't know how to use editing software.
True.
Like, we did not know how to cut clips in such a way to fit music to make that possible. So we never did it. Even though, like, I totally wanted to just because they did it. I was like, oh man, we should be doing this. Like, all their videos were just like them out in the woods outside their house, like ours were. So it was like, oh yeah, this seems like something we could do, but we couldn't. And then like 6 years later, I hear that the channel that did that is the biggest channel on YouTube ever, and they're millionaires.
Yeah.
Literal millionaires. And I was like,
assholes.
oh. Me and Victor started at the same time and got like 10 views a video.
Yeah.
On our Project Awesomeness comedy sketch series.
Yeah.
Not that we deserved more. They're pretty bad.
Yes, they're pretty bad.
But it's still a little sad to know that Smosh were probably a year older than us, maybe 2, are like multi-millionaires. And
damn shame.
because they turned on a camera and lip synced the Pokemon theme at a time before everyone was doing that.
True.
Yep.
Ain't that a thought?
Ain't that
Anyways,
some shit? I see you
support
driving
our
around town with
shitty
you.
selves and our shit videos.
You know how much money we've made through Digi Bros? Did I tell you this? That
really?
I crunched the numbers.
Do you owe me another lunch?
How much do you think we've made through Digi Bros?
$30.
About 170.
What the fuck? Wow, fuck you, dude. You owe me like several lunches.
Yeah.
I mean, you edit it, so I can't. You obviously earn a higher percentage, but more lunches.
Yeah. Let's go to lunch tomorrow.
I guess.
I'll buy you lunch somewhere.
Woohoo! Pewter
Yeah.
City. What the fuck? I don't want to be here. This is
Think
bullshit.
about the math, Vic. 1,000 views is about $1.
Yeah.
We get about 300 plus views a video.
Yeah.
We put out a video every day.
Uh.
So that's at least $3.50 a day.
Yeah.
I mean, a week. $3.50 a week times 52, $152.
And some of our videos have like 3,000 views. If it's the first episode.
Yeah, a couple of times, which is like $3. So you add it all up, and it's closer to 200.
That's
than
like
it is
several monies.
Yeah.
That's like, that's multiple dollars.
Yeah. Once I crunched all those numbers, I realized that DigiBros is, I won't say worth it, but it is kind of worth it. Like because it's so consistent, it still makes money. Like it's not. Like, if it was only 1 view a video, it wouldn't. But, like, even only 300 a video can be profitable when you're putting out that many videos and it's that consistent viewership. Now, imagine how much money this show would actually be making if people actually watched it.
Yeah.
Like, if we got, like, even just 10,000 views a video, that would be $10 a day. Which would be $70 a
Damn
week.
shame. Crying shame. I'm crying.
Asur is crying.
Don't you see me crying?
My Patreon went up by like $150 in the last 2 days.
Hell yeah, dude.
That shit was cray. Absolutely cray. Money.
Oh yeah, the other thing my life has become is Donald Trump.
Yeah.
My life is about
Hold
Pokemon
on.
and Donald Trump.
Let's next time on DigiBros,